What's up, Mech fans, and welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a very exciting haul, quite possibly the biggest Blu-ray haul I have ever done. Now, as you guys may know, all the anime have been having their Christmas sale from December 1st through to 12th. They finally dispatched my order, which contains 20 Blu-rays, which is pretty much every Gundam Blu-ray they've ever released. Before we dive into this big and 3.5 kilogram box, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe if you're a fan of Mecha anime content and want to see plenty more videos like this in the future. Also, head on down to the comments section below. If you picked up anything on all the anime's Christmas sale, let me know what you did down in the comment section below as well. I've decided to move that box down here onto the floor because I need space to actually put these Blu-rays down. But we do have a couple here, which I'm going to try and get them out of the bubble wrap without making too much noise for you guys. But yeah, let's see what these first two are. Now, I think, yeah, I can see, looking at this, what these are very exciting ones if they will come out of here. Here we go. So, first up, we got Gundam Seed Destiny Part 2. Yeah, Part 2. So this actually recently came out. The standard edition Blu-rays of Seed Destiny, I believe they came out in like either June or July earlier this year. So they're pretty recent, and this was £20. It was also on buy one get one free, and that's the same across pretty much all of these. Now some of them were £10, but you know, buy one get one free, £20 rather than £50. It's a no-brainer. So I went all out and basically bought everything that I didn't have, which is the vast majority. I mean, I've got the original Gundam trilogy, I've got Shah's Counterattack, I've got Zeta Gundam, I've got Iron Blooded Orphans, I've got Seed, and then I've got a few other little kind of ones as well, like F91, some of the Thunderbolt films. But other than that, yeah, there was still a hell of a lot that I didn't have, which is why I have bought it all. Next up though, we got Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. Now, if we look on the side, this does actually contain both the film version and the OVA version, which is very cool. So it's nice to have both versions of this, which, you know, I haven't seen either of them. I haven't watched Gundam Wing, but I would probably say expect a review on this one. I'm trying to see if this is broken. I don't think the case is broken, I think it's fine. But anyway, expect a review probably on this next year, because I'm going to be watching Gundam Wing for the first time, because it celebrates its 30th anniversary next year for Gundam Wing. So expect a review of probably Gundam Wing and then Endless Waltz. I might do a video on both the film and the OVA version, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, expect some Wing content next year. Let's actually dive into some more now. First up, again, we've got a bit of Gundam Wing. Now, what's this, part 2 again? So yeah, I don't know what, I'm just pulling out all the part 2s here for some reason. But yeah, Gundam Wing, the main original series. Now, part of these feel like they're broken. I think it's just the way that the case feels. But yeah, I don't think they should be broken. There's no reason why they shouldn't be. But anyway, yeah, there we have the Gundam Wing Part 2 cover. Now, I cannot comment upon most of the characters on here because I don't know who any of them are. I know this is, what, Hiro Yui, I believe his name is, the protagonist. Everyone else, I have no clue about the names. I know that this is the Shah clone, but I don't know his name. Because, like I said, I haven't seen Gundam Wing. So there we go, the side, and then the back. Very cool. So, a couple of Gundam Wing things in a row there. Next up, though, actually, these can go both together, because, yeah, they did actually pack a couple of parts together this time. We got Turner Gundam, or Turn A Gundam. Is it usually called Turn A or Turner? I don't know. But anyway, I think this one, wrong way around. There we have part 1. And then we have part 2. Very cool. I love the aesthetic of Turner Gundam. There's just something about it that looks very unique. It almost feels very like classic historical, like almost Victorian in a way. But with like these futuristic elements of a giant mecha, which I think is a really cool idea. I know a lot of people say it's one of the best Gundam series. I don't know whether that's because it's such a unique idea and so different, or because it is actually genuinely very well written. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I will find out hopefully soon enough. Next up though, a couple that do also go together. We got G Gundam Part 1, and also G Gundam Part 2. Much like Seed Destiny, these ones did release on their standard editions earlier this year, like at the same time they released Seed Destiny and G Gundam. And again, £20 for each of these, are on buy one get one free, so it was basically £10 each or £20 for the two of them, which is a fantastic deal. I am watching through G Gundam, and I may actually just like finish it with the Blu-ray set now that I've got it. I've got like 7 episodes left of it, so expect a review of G Gundam before the end of the year. Like, that is definitive, because I wanted to kind of frame it as watched it for the 30th anniversary. I watched it 30 years later, and of course I got to do it this year because this year is the 30th anniversary. Yeah, expect a review of G Gundam, I want to say within the next week or so. So that one's probably coming very, very soon. Next up though, and the last for this little set here, we got Gundam Build Fighters, which I have never seen. But yeah, I'm very interested to watch this one. Now, I'm not going in expecting it to be all-time great writing or anything, but I just think the concept of it's pretty cool. Like, it's basically the Gundam Breaker games, but anime, like as an anime series. I can't remember which one came first. Was it? I think the Gundam Breaker game came before Build Fighters, but that's essentially kind of what Build Fighters is. And it looks to have really surprisingly good animation as well, which, I mean, I guess if it's primarily funded from Gunpla sales, that would make sense because that's why the Gundam franchise is successful, because of the Gunpla that sells. Gundam 0083, also known as Stardust Memory. So this is, oh wait, it includes Stardust Memory episode 1 to 13 and Afterglow of Xeon. So I didn't even know there was a 0083 movie. I always thought it was just the OVA series, and I thought there was like a movie version of it. But no, apparently there is an actual movie as well. Very cool. So yeah, there we have the front cover. This one was actually £10. So this was a fantastic deal, and of course on the buy one get one free thing as well. But very, very cool. Can't go wrong with a bit of good UC. And I think that is the, I mean, yeah, I think I've got like every UC series that's currently available on Blu-ray, because 8th MS Team is not, and also War on the Pocket is not, and then Hathaway's not either. But apart from that, I think I've got them all. I could be wrong. There's MS Igloo as well, so I guess that's the other one. Anyway, next up, the non-Gundam series, we've got Escaflowne, or Escaflowne. I always forget how this thing's pronounced. Some people say Escaflowne, some people just say Escaflowne. Escaflowne just makes more sense. If you look at the front cover, you would not think it's a mecha series. And it's not, I mean it is, but it's not primarily mecha. It is essentially an isekai fantasy, except the main character pilots a mecha. Like a very fantastical, like, typical, like, you know, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, that kind of style fantasy thing. But yeah, very interested to watch this one because it gets a lot of high praise. So very, very intrigued by it. There is actually a movie as well, which I was tempted to pick up. I just decided not to. Another Gundam series, we got Reconquista in G. Now, I don't really know what the consensus on this one is. It kind of feels like one of those outlier series where no one really talks about it. So, yeah, I'm interested to see about this one. Like, I think it's alternate UC. I don't know. Yeah, Turbulent Era knows Universal Century has ended, so it's essentially like a sequel to the Universal Century era. So it's like in the same universe, but kind of so far in the future. Where I think Turner Gundam is the opposite, or I don't really know. I really like the design of the G-Self, though, personally. Anyway, I love that design. Now, this is definitely not a mecha series. We got Nadia, Secret of the Blue Water. Now, this is actually somewhat relevant to the channel, though, because this was actually the first creation of Anno, Hideaki Anno, the creator, of course, of Neon Genesis Evangelion and Gunbuster as well. So, very acclaimed, iconic mecha creator, especially when it comes to mecha anime. Made, you know, one of the most beloved mecha anime series of all time in Evangelion. Probably the second most well-known one aside from Gundam, I would say. This was like his original series that he made. It's more of an adventure, fantasy type of thing. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect from it, but just purely on the fact that it's made by Anno, I'm just intrigued by this man and his creative genius. So, you know, anytime I can give a watch to some of his stuff, I'll always take that opportunity. Next up, though, we've got another Gundam Build Fighters series. We've got Gundam Build Fighters Try, which really is like season 2 of Build Fighters. Like, sometimes it's referenced as that, but I guess in many ways as well, it's its own separate series. But yeah, pretty cool cover there. Got some, what's this one there? Burning Gundam, I think. I can't remember. Like, Build Burning Gundam. I can't remember what it's called. And then there's a purple one there. I think that's a Lightning's Double Zeta or something. I don't know. I just know from Gunpla that I've seen that can be purchased. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Again, much like with the original Build Fighter series, I'm intrigued to check that kind of stuff out. And I think that Try actually celebrates its 10th anniversary in 2025 as well. So maybe we'll do a video on it. We got a bit of more Gundam Seed Destiny. This will be part 1, because of course we've got the Sword Impulse like at the start of the series, like in the kind of opening battle where the 3 other Gundams are stolen. But yeah, Seed Destiny part 1 right there. Of course, you know, I watched Seed Destiny earlier this year. It's nice to actually own, well, almost everything Seed. Like, Seed Freedom's not quite out yet on Blu-ray, but inevitably that's probably going to come next year from all the anime, which I'm very, very excited to pick up. But I've got all of Seed, I've got all of Seed Destiny now, and I do have Seed Stargazer as well. Kind of wish that they'd drop like a standard edition of Seed Stargazer, but I just had to pick up that collector's edition because I needed to watch it. So, anyway, finishing off the Gundam Wing stuff, we got part 1. Which is weird, because we've gone in like the complete opposite order, where we've looked at Endless Waltz, then we looked at part 2, then we've looked at part 1. I think it's part 1, yeah. So there we have part 1. Again, I don't know these characters, but this is one that I will be starting hopefully very soon, because I believe that Wing celebrates its 30th anniversary on, I think it's the end of March. Maybe like the 30th of March, I think it initially aired. So yeah, expect like end of March kind of time. Expect Wing videos to come on the channel. Next up though, we got Double Zeta part 1, actually. Sorry, this is part 2. This is part 1. There we go. I don't know the name of this character, but anyway. Part 1, part 2. Very cool. So of course this is following on from Zeta Gundam, which I do still need to watch, and again, that's another one that I'm going to watch in 2025, probably early 2025 actually, because again, that one celebrates its 40th anniversary, I believe, like at the end of February. So expect video stuff on that as well. Whether it will be in February, I'm not 100% sure, but basically anything that's celebrating a major anniversary in 2025 when it comes to Gundam, I will do videos on. That's the plan anyway. We got Gundam 00. Now, this is part 2. Again, I'm always getting the wrong order, but part 2, very, very cool. I'm really excited to watch this one. I think this is one of the Gundam series I'm most excited to watch. Mainly because, I mean, I've been listening to the openings. The openings are fantastic, like across the board. My least favorite, as it stands, is OP3, but that's still a great opening. So, you know, the other 3 I think are phenomenal, like especially the first 2, probably all-time Gundam ones, maybe even the top 2 best. There's part 2, and here we have part 1. So yeah, Gundam 00, just like, it's one of those series where I hear so many great things about it. The whole vibe of it, to me, just feels like really something that I would enjoy. So I'm very excited to dive into that. And last but certainly not least, we got the original Mobile Suit Gundam series, and this is part 1. Now, unfortunately, when I did this order, part 2 was not in stock, and then proceeded to come back in stock, still on the deal. So I have actually ordered part 2. I ordered it with something else. I think I ordered like Future Boy Conan on Blu-ray, which is Hayao Miyazaki's like original project before Ghibli. And I also ordered the Macross Zero Collector's Edition in that same order. So there's a good chance that I may not get part 2 until Macross Zero releases, which is in March or April time. So it could be a while to get part 2, but it's ordered anyway. So yeah, now I have literally all the anime Gundam Blu-ray that I don't own. Before I get out of here, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are a fan of Mecha anime content and want to see plenty more videos like this in the future. Also, like I said earlier, head on down to the comment section below. Let me know if you picked up any Blu-rays in that All the Anime Christmas sale, or if you've picked up any other Gundam related stuff lately. I would love to know about it. Thank you once again for tuning into Mecha Chat today. I'll see you guys next time.